songs.
Yeah, I'm throwing back the songs. Yeah.
Do you have any wild pictures from back in the day? Your Commonwealth days.
Yes, I think I do. And I think it's. I think it's.
You have to throw some of those
pictures. It's on social media already with some cap. Charlie, level 100. Charlie, whatever you see people do, you won't do so.
You have to throw some of those pictures back, man.
Float was the thing, not anymore.
Yeah.
Float. Whole week celebration, and you are going on a float.
You go on a float.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I remember certain vandals float I met when I was back in Achimota school. And we're going out of campus.
Yeah,
we're actually coming to Legon.
Yeah,
to the School of Performing Arts. You know, to come and there was some sort of collaboration with the School of Performing Arts. You know, to do a play. A play called what's it called? Sons and Daughters.
Sons and Daughters.
Yes. And then it was a whole week celebration of the Vandals.
Yeah. Okay.
And they were there doing I don't know what they call it, whether it was a procession or whether it was whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what they would call it.
Maybe they were doing somebody go no.
I remember vividly seeing, you know, a lot of them were bare chested. A lot of them. Yeah. One of them was wearing a G-string.
Yeah. It's
red.
Yeah.
Red.
It's in the starter pack. It's in the Commonwealth or starter pack.
You have to wear red G-string. I was like, what is this?
And we'll be tied.
And the master who was going with us was like, yeah, he's also a vandal.
Okay.
I think it was a vandal. The late Ken Kafui of blessed memory.
Okay.
Yes, he was a musician.
Okay.
Yes, he was a musician. He was our music teacher then, our music master there at Achimota School. Later on, of course, he came to Legon.
Yes.
He was like, yeah, this is it. He was so excited about it.
Yeah, it's like that.
Ken Kafui
and I'm sure he had warned you that.
Great composer, Ken Kafui. Great composer.
I'm sure he had warned you that. Don't take pictures.
This was not when we were coming for Sons and Daughters. This was the Agri Chapel Choir, rather, coming to Legon to come and do choir practice.
Oh, okay.
Now I remember. The Sons and Daughters incident was a different one.
Okay.
So, yes.
Vandals, throwback.
Vandals
were you not warned? Okay, those days, people did not have access to pictures. Phones.
Red G-string.
Let me tell you a funny story of an exchange student, right? A lady who came from outside, and probably they did not orient them well, right? So saw what Lantam saw, was fascinated by it, took out the camera. Rest in peace, camera. Rest in peace, camera.
The camera was broken.
Oh yeah, they went for it because see, the people who were wearing G-strings, some of them are Betfebut of today. Some of them are Nanako Blanketia of today. So if you had pictures of them, you can imagine. Some of them are John Mahama of today. If you had pictures of them from G-strings from back in the day, some of them are the Chachuti Kata of today. So that's it. We don't allow pictures.
Those days, the cameras were using films.
Yeah.
So if you break the camera and I'm still able to
they broke it. In fact, they broke everything. They broke everything. And it's understandable. You dare not complain over this, right? Yeah, but now they call it scientific vandalism. Things have changed.
Today, if you do it, by all means, somebody will use their phone to get a video or picture of it.
The people engaging it.
And they will record themselves, yeah. So we've toned down a little.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I don't know if the vandals still do that, though. Do they still do that?
Oh, we charge.
Yeah, but do they still wear the G-string and be walking around?
Yeah, they call it what? Lowering of standards. And it's once
that's what it's called. They lower the standard.
When you live in campus, you lower your standard. You see, you are all prim and proper, suit and tie, you go for lectures. So when you are living,
you lower
your standard. Lowering of standard. That's when they dress in those.
I know. Katangis too do that. That's Katanga Hall in the
KNUST.
In KNUST, I know they also do that. Yeah. You know, they also, but yes. While the Vandals are wearing red, the Katangis are wearing yellow.
Yeah.
And then the Unity Hall to the Continentals.
Yeah.
Anyway, interesting stuff.
Very.
Well, we've got the newspapers here.
Yeah.
And on this newspaper, Professor Stephen Adair has found his way to the front page of the Daily Graphic.
Nice one.
And Professor Adair has been talking to President Akufo-Addo. And guess what he's saying? He says that the president should declare a national emergency on Galamsey.
He did that. I mean, president should redeclare.
The president should
The headline should have been
declare-
redeclared.
Well, at the point we even banned
Yeah.
small scale for a long
Long
time.
time.
The
National
Football Battery
emergency.
Committee later came,
Yeah.
outlined some things that need to be done before we go back to small scale mining,
Yeah.
which includes fixing trackers on all these
Exactly.
excavators that later
yeah.
also got missing. So we've been here before, so
Exactly.
I don't know how.
So redeclare. The headline should have been redeclare. Have you heard from the Catholic bishop? There's a certain Catholic bishop, a Roman father, who says the community mining, it is the baptism name and then the Christian name for Galamsey.
Galamsey has a key, has a local name,
Yes,
a Bible name,
yes,
an exotic English name.
Yes, and then after when Galamsey is baptized,
Yeah.
right?
So that's a Christian name.
It becomes community mining.
He's not wrong, you know.
Oh no, he's not.
He's not wrong.
No, but the guy has summarized the thing.
that's the summary of our problem.
Yeah, he has summarized the thing for us.
Yeah, he's not
Nothing
he's
more
not
to
wrong
add.
at all. Because under the guise of community mining, people
Yeah.
within some of these communities are, doing the illegal mining with impunity.
Yeah.
And I mean, and the levels to which the Galamsey is getting, people are arming themselves. Some of the Chinese and
Yeah,
other
yeah.
foreign nationals
Yep.
who engage them are arming themselves,
Yeah.
and they have a certain sense of entitlement.
Yeah.
To arm themselves
Yeah.
and to guard their lands, the lands that they are taking the gold from.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it's high time we take a very drastic measure. Not the drastic measure of we are stopping Galamsey for some time,
Yeah.
and then we'll streamline the licensing regime, and then we'll allow people to come back. I think a drastic measure to be taken to stop the Galamsey like completely. Stop the community mining, the small scale mining, and what have you. I think because of this mining, especially the small scale mining,
Yeah.
that is where people are able to do the illegal activities with impunity. So
Yeah.
you are not supposed to go beyond a certain boundary. They go. You are supposed to do mining some kilometers away from a river bank. They go all the way to the river bank and also get onto the river.
Yeah.
And most of these are not just people who have gone to some sites and decided to, without a license and what have you, do illegal mining.
Yeah.
A lot of them are actually licensed small-scale mining companies
Yeah.
who have gone beyond the boundaries they are supposed to go and are doing the illegal mining and are, mining on the water bodies and all of that.
Yeah. You're right.
A very drastic measure needs to be taken.
But you know that one
I
happens.
would, say that perhaps we should ban small-scale mining altogether.
Again.
Yeah. For maybe the next 5 years or something.
Okay.
Yeah, and just allow those who are into the large scale mining, the Anglo Gold Ashantis and what have you, because they are properly regulated.
Yeah.
Right. They are better regulated and they do a lot more responsible mining.
How
And they
about-
have the
how-
wherewithal
how-
to do the reclamation and
Yeah.
what have you.
And
We
they-
should
they
allow
put in
them
everything.
and stop the small scale mining altogether.
How about
Stop
just
it.
asking the politicians to stop doing Galamsey? I think that's a
Will
good
they
start.
will they stop?
Oh, okay. But they see the demand you just
They won't
made
stop.
will also be
We have to stop
implemented
them.
by a politician.
So a politician should get up and have the excuse
The-
my French
the
this
guts.
morning, the be
The guts.
the guts,
Yeah. Yeah.
to do it.
Anyway.
Somebody said I'm putting my presidency on the line and the end result is 0, cause 90. All the work that was done is cause 90. Yeah. The president puts his presidency on the line. It's a national emergency and
I agree.
we don't need to relent now. We
I
don't need
agree.
to relent now at all. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on. 39 pickup presidential forms. Hey,
Yeah.
39.
Yeah. But yeah, we saw this coming, right? When do we?
39 people
Yeah.
have picked up
But not all of
presidential
them.
forms.
Not all of them will make it though.
Abba,
Don't make.
why? Why 39? Hey, the multi-party democracy to bring things. So
It means the seat is very attractive.
obviously,
Yeah.
obviously,
Ghana.
obviously, they've seen those who are on the seats enjoying.
Or things are so bad that everybody wants to help. You see, it depends on how you
It
look
is
at
not.
it.
Some of them too are electionpreneurs.
Okay.
Yes, they pick up the nomination forms and all of that contest, not because they know that they will win or
Okay.
because they want to help the country, but because they have an agenda.
Okay.
So the Electoral Commission is set to receive nominations for presidential and parliamentary aspirants this year. The presidential ballot paper will be long if all the aspirants return their forms. Apart from the 12 registered political parties, 27 individuals also picked up codes to download the presidential forms to contest as independent presidential candidates. So 29 independent presidential candidates.
Yeah.
The 12 political parties, all of them to have picked up forms.
Yeah.
Hey. Wow.
That's good. No, we you see that's the beauty of democracy.
Yeah.
Eventually, not all of them will file.
Yeah, but well, anyway, they say that the filing fee is how much?
I don't even remember.
Is
but
it like
yeah,
100,000?
I think 100,000.
Oh, it's more than that?
100,000.
I think it's 100,000. I think it's 100,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're able to get a certain percentage of the votes,
You go for your money back.
yeah, it will be refunded to you.
But only
And
so
then-
far, it's only NDC and MPP who are
Yeah.
able to go for their money. back.
So I don't know if that doesn't serve as enough deterrent.
Oh, they get to be popular, like you said. There's an end game
They
to
have
why-
100,000 Ghana
Yeah.
cedis to spend
Yeah.
just to be popular. Anyway, basic schools reopen on Tuesday. That's also there on the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Consumer protection bill. Consumer protection bill needs urgent attention. That's according to the agency. And pay 150,000 Ghana cedis to 6 election violence victims. That's according to a court. You find that story on
They
page
say
16.
A life in Ghana is worth 45,000 Ghana cedis.
Can you
Because
imagine?
that's what the court offered. The
Uh,
state should pay 45,000 Ghana cedis
Some of the victims.
to the families of the
Or
victims.
the families of the victims.
Yeah.
45,000 Ghana
And you can
cedis.
own a life in Ghana. That's all you need is 45,000 Ghana cedis.
Currently, that amount can't even buy an item.
It can't.
After some of these people died.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it state sponsored, but they were, state actors,
They died
state
from
security
state
agency operatives, whose bullets killed these people.
Yeah.
So this one says that the Wenchi High Court has ordered the government to pay a total compensation of 150,000 Ghana cedis to. So it means each of the 6 pairs. This is why I'm quiet.
Yeah.
So you said
once do the-
45. You said
once you do the
45,000. No,
calculation.
this one says that each of the 6 persons is to receive 25,000 Ghana cedis as compensation.
Hey. To football. Yeah, this is
25,000.
proper. You have to say who.
So there's a promotion. The memory card reader.
Promotion.
So it says that the court presided over by Justice Frederick Nawura held that the compensation for the 6 persons was in respect of violation of their right to life and infliction of psychological trauma from being shot at by state security forces. So these people, fortunately for them, they didn't die.
Okay.
We thank God for that. We thank God for their lives. But the psychological trauma that they'll go through, some people have PTSD till they die because when they remember the traumatic
Yeah.
incident.
Look, they have 25,000 cities for their troubles.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
anyways, so that's the Daily Graphic. On
Okay.
the back page, make refusal to vaccinate dogs punishable by law. MMDAs have been charged.
Yeah.
And,
Because of rabies.
Yes. And GSA secures release of 6 detained trucks in Burkina Faso.
Yes. And then that's okay. You know how to get online. That's a very interesting story.
Yeah.
So the Ghanaian Times this morning: carelessness, negligence, cause of increased fire outbreak cases in Upper West Region. That's according to the Ghana National Fire Service. Parliament approved $250 million facility for energy sector recovery program. Finally, this outstanding facility was approved yesterday. Let's address global cyber security threats to safeguard citizens' digital future. Communications and Digitalization Minister, Madam or Mrs. Eslo Uswekufo, is saying bondholders urged to participate in exchange offer exercise. Back page of the Ghanaian Times, $503 million comprehensive surgical care policy unveiled. And then, of course, comes to the picture of the Deputy Health Minister here, Alexander Akwesi Akwa, who was on this platform 2 days ago and said it's the responsibility of Kolebu to fix the elevators, not government. And I think I agree with him. If I agree with him that it's a responsibility of Kolebu, but Kolebu should also point to us that government is not releasing funds, adequate funds, to ensure they undertake routine maintenance.
It's use the IGF.
You see, the IGF is even capped. You know that, right? It's capped.
Like, even Kolebu doesn't charge arbitrarily.
Yeah,
Parliament.
But yeah,
Kolebu is not a private hospital. Private
So
hospital
even some of the
decide-
IGF is going back to the government to
You
do
get it,
other
yeah.
things
You get
instead
it,
of
too.
taking. Why are we capping the IGF of Kolebu? Like, on my way, cry. Sometimes so upon all the problems that Kolebu Teaching Hospital has, that they are always in the news. Today it is lift. Tomorrow it is dialysis.
Yeah.
The next day it is something else. Kolebu is like last we're talking about is supposed to be the flagship healthcare delivery facility of this country. The flagship, the premier healthcare delivery facility of this country.
Wow.
So they are supposed to run so efficiently that they should be the envy of UGMC. They should be the envy of the bank hospital. They should be the envy of every hospital in this country. And Kolebu should be run so well. So they should be allowed to have the money to do the things that they are supposed to do.
Yeah.
So why is it that Kolebu is getting internally generated funds and the internally generated funds from Kolebu is capped? Like, does it make sense?
Government policy.
Anyway.
Hey, just on my way.
Hey, who?
Charlie, you are capping IGF of a hospital which is riddled with problems.
Your salary said forget that we will cap. Anyway, the final headline here: seed growers must label product to avoid prosecution. That's according to the seed coordinator. So that's it for the Ghanaian Times.
All right, Daily Statesman, Lance Minister calls for emergency meeting to crack down Galamsey. Comes with a picture of Samuel Abujinapo.
He calls for what?
Sorry?
Emergency meeting.
Yeah, calls for emergency meeting to crack down Galamsey.
Oh.
You can get details of this on page 4 of the Daily Statesman.
Or you can show up at the meeting and get the details.
Not as if the meeting will happen.
Oh, emergency. Wow. That should come with some siren. You know,
Okay, maybe
no, when
that's
you're
why,
reading the headline.
that's why they've released
the
the
siren
bill.
bill.
Is it a bill or
Yes,
amendment
yes,
to the
LI.
LI?
Yes,
Yeah, that's why
yes,
they've resubmitted
yes.
it.
So once the LI matures, when they are going for the emergency meeting,
So, I think these MPs
After almost 8 years.
I think
emergency.
I think these
Emergency,
MPs are really underestimating the wrath of the people.
Okay,
I mean, people are now saying what they should be bold, and because they are members of parliament, they are being taken for granted and all of that. You know, the same people when this LI came out, were running helter-skelter, pretending as if they don't know anything about. Some of them were pretending as if they don't know anything about it, including the speaker, who went to Legon and went to go and tell us that, going to tell the people there that he doesn't even know that there is any LI like that which has been laid and what have you.
Yesterday
and now the same people are now pushing and saying that we should allow MPs to use sirens and all of that, and MPs shouldn't be taken for granted, and MPs, are very special people within society, and they shouldn't be disrespected, so they should be allowed to use sirens. Meanwhile, some of these same people were running away from the LI.
The way you are putting it there, it's like, well, Kennedy Japan has done something to you or something.
It's not Kennedy Japan has done something to me.
No, I'm coming.
It is
that MPs are special people. These are your words. He didn't say that.
It's not only Kennedy. No, I'm paraphrasing.
It's him. Yeah, it's him that he was the one who went along.
And the other MPs are all supporting this thing.
I get
Meanwhile, some of them were running away from it. The Speaker of Parliament himself was telling us that he's not aware of any such LI that has been laid in Parliament.
I get you.
Make it look as if, we agree, we are not special, the LI will not pass. And they've come and they are now pushing it seriously to pass.
So to put matters in context, yes, Speaker, we did a story about Speaker saying that he had no knowledge about the LI. But yesterday, his explanation was that the message he got was that Parliament had amended an LI. And in law, Parliament cannot amend LI. LI emanates from institutions, government, and what have you. Once it comes to Parliament, in fact, unless Parliament is rejecting
the Speaker
it,
just dwelled on technicalities to run away.
That's
I think once you are the Speaker,
yes,
the amendment will come before you. Just
and then you will know
the technicalities there.
Good. now the LI comes back. The LI comes back, and what is missing from the LI is the siren for Speaker and then the Chief Justice. As we speak now, even though there's no law that allows the Chief Justice and then the Speaker to use
And
sirens,
they are using it.
they use them.
And they are using
And
it.
that's an illegality.
Yeah.
They
So
are
that
using
must
it.
find expression in law. As we speak, ministers use sirens. They are not captured.
But
That's
they are
an
u- they are
illegal-
using
That's
it.
an illegality. Good. So the argument that emanated from Parliament was that, oh no, why, even if you won't add MPs, why take out Speaker and then the Chief Justice? That was it. And then when the argument festered, other people went like, okay, so especially Kennedy Apong, let's be bold. Let's defend the fact that we need sirens. Like I said, Speaker then mentioned that even if it is returned, it must be for official purposes. They have counter argument that there's no way you can stop an MP from abusing this, right?
There is no way. It
See,
is true.
MPs are
It is
allowed to do what they want to do. Citizens are equally allowed to punish them the way they deem fit. It's as simple as that. They are not splitting hairs over this.
I don't exactly. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to even waste
Yeah.
time on it because you see, once we start abusing sirens,
Yeah.
motorists will start disregarding sirens.
Exactly.
We will be back to square one.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Look, me sometimes when I'm driving and I don't have anywhere to go, I don't care who is behind me.
That's
you
it.
can blow all the sirens.
I don't
You know,
care.
I
If you
can't
want
go
jump.
into the gutter for you to come
No.
and pass.
No.
It is, you get it. So
Yeah.
it's simple. If you go to the shower market and the people
You say
are there,
you blow
the
siren,
siren,
and say the
blow it
market
and
women
go.
should give you way.
Get to where you get to.
No, but it has the tendency to cause a lot of nuisance on the road.
But as we speak now, every MP who wants to deploy a siren is deploying. So the nuisance you are seeing today will not be any different from the nuisance.
But they
you see
are being
tomorrow.
arrested. I think there was an operation by the Ghana police service.
What
which was
happened to
arrested. The KD MP was
What
arrested.
happened to that?
The KD MP was arrested.
So
I
some
think
of the MPs should
I
know
think
that.
Sticker
don't return
2
to
was also
Parliament.
right.
Yeah.
Some of them-
Exactly.
and all
Some of them
that.
should know
Yeah.
that soon they'll come and join us and complain about it.
Oh yeah, of
you won't
course.
be there forever.
Yeah, there will be citizens like you and
So
I.
you see, let's move on. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still with
Yeah.
the Daily Statesman
Yeah.
newspaper. Free SHS or 24-hour economy.
So that's the choice.
I even said it mildly.
Okay.
Let me give you the original quote. Because 24-hour economy is there. I saw
Yeah.
24-hour and
Okay.
I ended the coverage.
Okay.
So, free SHS or 24-hour disco. Ghanaians urged to choose wisely on December 7th. And guess who is posting the question? Director of Communications at the Jubilee House,
Okay.
Eugene Ayin.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Instead of economy, he has reduced it to disco.
Yeah.
Choose that or free SHS. Also,
Yeah.
Baumia unveils plan to reduce costs of living. Back page of the Daily Statesman, 2025 AFCON qualifier the threat Angola poses to Ghana, and I struggled to stop Mohamed Kudus, according to Man City defender Josko and Petrovic. African football is witnessing great transformation.
Oh, okay.
All right. The New Crusading Guide newspaper. Baumia outlines bold strategy to reduce cost of living. You should implement the bold strategy now, because the cost of living now is high. We want to be able to afford things more.
Yeah.
He should start implementing it now, so that if he becomes president, he can continue the implementation and even make it better.
No problem.
He shouldn't wait.
No.
He shouldn't wait till he becomes president before he does it, Mr.
No.
Abu.
No.
Mr. Vice President, don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. Start implementing the bold strategy to reduce the cost of living now.
Okay.
Yes, before you become president, you should do it. Let me see. The Baumia for President campaign team unveiled key elements from the MPP's manifesto, highlighting Dr. Baumia's clear intent to make life more affordable for everyone. Yes.
Yeah.
So start implementing it now. That is the core. That is the core. Receivers of the 23 savings and loans companies caught in double sales
The whole sales of what?
and shady deals.
Cars. The cars were distributed like confettis.
Double sales and shady deals. Continue adhering to COVID-19 safety protocols. The Environment Minister has been speaking.
No.
Yeah, everybody has forgotten about COVID. The only time we are reminded about COVID-19 is when there is a debate on how bad the economy is.
Yeah.
That is when we are reminded of COVID-19. Apart from that, everybody has forgotten that there was
Yeah.
ever a thing called coronavirus
Yeah.
or COVID-19.
COVID is now a flashback.
Yeah. So now the only time you hear COVID-19 is when we are debating the economy
Yeah.
and how bad it is.
Yeah.
They will be reminded there was COVID though.
Yeah, there was. There was. You know.
Anyway, businessman is hot over container clearing fraud at Tema Port. Nyahota Maklo charges the EC to produce credible electoral register. And Owowe. Is it Owowe?
Way, yeah. Mr. Ghana is a
Royal Council of Elders set record straight over true occupants of the Osu stool. So,
Okay.
yeah.
There's
Osu
always
Alata
there's
man,
always the
Charlie,
true
Charlie,
occupant of
Charlie,
a certain
Charlie.
school
Yeah.
in Gamashi.
Yeah. One way
So
or the
Gamache,
other.
like, so the isn't the Gamanche for
No.
everybody?
No, please.
Please,
The
see,
please,
sometimes
let's
I get
move on.
confused.
No, the system here is different.
It's
Yes, the system. So
There is-
Osu is
Explain-
different, like
explain,
different.
explain,
Ngwa.
explain it.
We can't explain into details, but that's what he's telling
Gans
me.
don't have paramountcy,
Yeah.
Really?
where there's one overlord over a number of jurisdictions. So, for instance, we have Asantehene,
Yes.
who's overlord over the Asante
Exactly.
Kingdom.
We have Yana, who's
yes, who's
overlord over
the
Dagbon.
Dagbon Kingdom.
Yes.
It,
we have Ochimini.
the Gamanche is overlord over just.
It's not just the guys, the guns and ever.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
chieftaincy
I'm
is
giving
not
you one
something.
more. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Togbi Afede
Asogli.
is the
Asogli.
Asogli. There's Togbi
Yeah.
Fiti
Yes.
for, and I'm under Togbi Fiti. If you
Yeah.
take Agbozme, Aflao and
Yes,
Clay.
a flower and clay.
They are on their own.
On their own.
So
yeah.
it's
there's
different.
no
So
one-
if you use the concept, if you use the account concept
Concept.
of chieftaincy and
Okay.
you apply it to Ga and Evers, you get
That
it
would be
wrong.
problematic.
Okay.
So there's
So-
even Tema, there's a Tema Manche.
Exactly.
And that's how come the ban on drumming and noise make every area and how and
They
when
observe
they.
it.
Oh, okay.
That's it. So
Okay.
that's
So,
it.
so the Gamanche has a
It's
particular
particular
area.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
where is the Gamanche's jurisdiction?
I think that
Accra
should be
Central.
the
That is the main
Central.
Accra
The
Central,
Osu,
Jamestown.
That's
yeah.
Gamanche.
Yeah, that's Gamanche.
And there's a test.
But
the
is there an
tertiary line.
Osumanche?
No, yeah, of course.
There's Osu.
Yeah,
but
the owner,
I
and
think-
he
yeah,
can,
yeah.
he died. Yeah, there's
Ah,
Osu
so-
Manche. That no, Osu doesn't fall under. That's the point. It doesn't
It
fall
doesn't
under the jurisdiction
fall
of Gamanche. Just like Nungwa doesn't, right?
Okay.
There is Sempe Manche, formerly in private life Tomiokai.
Okay.
That's just in Manche. Hey, yeah, that's Beshe.
Bese Manche.
But Beshe Manche is not really a paramountcy.
Yeah, it's
part
like a
of-
sub-
But
sub-chief.
usually when it comes to who crowns and all, there's
Yeah.
a role he performs. And all.
Okay.
So he also has his place like
Exactly.
a subset
Exactly.
under the
Under the
whole
Gamanche,
Gamanche.
okay.
thing.
So
So it is quite
so
complicated.
all the
that's
guns
why.
are not under.
No,
Right,
no,
no.
one umbrella
Yeah.
or elephant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to
Yeah.
be politically
Yeah.
correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I get
cheetah.
it. So I get it. Probably when you go to the north too, there are some areas too
Yeah,
where
exactly.
it's similar. Okay.
Yeah.
I used to be under the impression that if it's Gamanche, it's all of Ghana.
It's a political doing. So the politicians were always
They were
dealing
elevating the
dealing with the
Gamanche.
Gamanche.
Yeah, when it comes to Accra, everything in Accra,
Exactly.
everything Ganland,
Exactly.
Ganland, Gan,
Exactly.
whatever. It was the Gamanche we know. So
Yeah.
we sort of held the Gamanche
Yeah.
as the overlord of everybody who is Gan.
Exactly.
So if you are Gan, whether you're from Pram Pram or you are from Jamestown, you
Yeah.
are under the Gamanche,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
even the people of Jamestown are also saying something different. Are they the ones who say they come from Israel?
Okay. What I know is that some of them are from. Okay, so from Israel they came to Nigeria and then they came here.
I don't know. Some of them say they are from Israel.
Yeah, of course. They asked for where people are from. People and his people were with King Agokoli, right?
Yeah, I still say I want to hear Agokoli side of the story. Even though my people paid him in the bar like
Were they not from Ili Ife in Nigeria?
Who?
Who are those who
Evers
migrated
is
from-
Nochi.
Nochi.
The Nochi.
So the Ili
Yeah, the
Ife
Benin
area.
area.
So who are
Yeah.
the Ili Ife people?
Yeah, I think it's the Gans. If it's from Nigeria,
Yeah, the
then
Gans.
it's
The
And
Ili
then the
Ife is in
Wangara,
Nigeria,
the
so.
Wangara people, also, the
There
Ashantis,
are those
the
who are from
Wangara.
Ili Ife
Yeah.
in Nigeria. I've forgotten social studies.
But I'm coming, when you're coming from Israel,
primary
Yeah.
school,
which
social studies.
is Middle
Yeah, you
East,
have to swim
How
through
do you
the Red Sea.
get to the Gulf of Guinea?
Yeah, and then
Well, Israel.
no,
Israel, wouldn't it be better if you come up north?
yes,
like
that's-
you use the
yes.
desert, like how they
yes,
go
so
to
they should
Libya.
rather be in Tamale or somewhere. No,
Please, let's go. We are not challenging history today.
anyway.
Throwback. So now we are
We are
tracing
throwing-
back.
yeah,
We are
That's
throwing back to
ancestral
the
roots.
days of King
Yeah.
Agokoli.
Yes.
What about Togbe Chali?
Chalewati.
No, Togbe Chali.
Okay, that's different.
I've
You've not
heard
heard
the
of
name.
Togbe Chali?
I've heard before.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a
Togbe
powerful
Chali,
priest
very
and
powerful
everything.
priest.
But
Yeah.
You know, who,
you don't expect me to know much about him. I'm
he
a
said,
Christian.
they killed him and chopped his body into pieces, and then before they realized he was on a boat on a river coming back,
Oh,
and things.
I think I heard that
Yeah,
story.
he's one of the people who he took off his smoke and then
Oh, he
hung
hung
it in
and
the air.
Yeah,
in the air.
the smoke was floating.
It was in the air. It was just there.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Togbe Chali.
I'm sure Vandals will pick something from him because we also have a smoke that we never wash. the one for the Chief Vanda.
The Chief Vanda.
We never
wash
no,
it.
it's never washed. It's
For-
never
for,
washed.
for how
yeah.
many years they are now?
Since vandalism became vandalism.
It has never been
It's
washed.
never been
Every
washed.
chief vandal comes,
we
wears
will
it.
have to wear it.
But it's one on special occasions.
Exactly. Yeah, of course.
So it's never been
Like the
washed.
Chief Vanda is going to write us out.
So all the spirits of all the chief vandals are in it.
Sons and daughters of Father Bafu.
If you wash it, everything will go
Everything
away.
is gone.
I'll go and
Yes,
take
but
that.
if you wash it today, what will you wash tomorrow?
I'll go and take it. That's a good
No,
one. That's a
of
good
course,
one.
we're talking about that. It's because Sandra sent me this message for you. She's listening to it. Says, ask Lantam that if he does it now, when he becomes president, what will he do? Yeah.
When he becomes president, what will he do? Yeah, that's why he told us. In jest, by the way, in jest.
Yes.
And
So
as we're reporting it, let's add the laughing emojis.
You can't add, so we can laugh.
that's a good one.
laughing emojis.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So the Chronicle is the final newspaper I have. MPs insist on using sirens on our roads. Speaker directs committee to include their concerns in new LI. That's not true. Speaker says the committee must present a report as to whether the new LI in its current form should be rejected or adopted.
approved.
But of course, some members argue that indeed MPs should be captured as well. That's called fair reportage.
Yeah. We here.
Baumia plans to reduce cost of living, food security, transportation, housing, and energy on the radar. And Fidelity Bank celebrates the resilient spirit of Ghanaians. And maybe you have something in common with Fidelity. I think they should do business with us. You know, we're also celebrating Starr 10, and you're celebrating resilience and excellence in broadcasting.
Yeah, so Fidelity, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
the quotation.
The quotation. Efficiency 6-4.
Hey, really?
Yeah.
Is that to say quotation in
Yeah,
French?
French.
Hey,
How can you tell me this?
how can you tell me this
All you
story?
need to do is just add the show. And then you speaking French.
Quotation. How can you tell me this story?
Ephesians 6:4. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger.
Don't provoke me to anger.
Hey, but this quotation. I think it should be the other way around. The children should not provoke their fathers
Don't
to anger.
provoke your children to anger.
Yes, but now it says, fathers, don't provoke your children to anger.
Yes.
So when you provoke your children to anger, what would they do?
So the fathers of the nation.
That one.
The fathers of the nation.
Not the nucleus family father.
No, the fathers of the nation. Don't provoke your children to anger.
So
we
the
are
MPs should not provoke you people to anger.
we are the children.
Okay.
They are the fathers.
Okay.
The president, the vice president,
Yeah.
the chief of staff,
Yeah.
who is our mother,
Yeah.
the chief justice,
Yes.
who is our mother,
Our mother.
the speaker of parliament, who is our
Your
father,
father, yeah.
the MPs who are our fathers in the constituencies,
Yeah.
all the leaders of this country.
Yeah.
We are their children.
They should not provoke
Don't
you
provoke
to
us
anger.
to anger.
No problem. When you go for the Galamsey emergency meeting, you say that there. So
They
that's
shouldn't
it for the
provoke us
Chronicle
to
this
anger.
morning.
I will
No.
say.
So the quotation is from where? Efficient.
Ephesians
Yes.
6:4.
Efficiency, I like it in tree. Efficient.
Efisofonguma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ephesians what?
Ephesians so
6:4.
Efisofonguma.
Ephesians
18
Chichemu 9
Imu ana chichemu.
and 9 in Chichemu 9.
Where
Yes.
is it?
And
Let
what
me-
now? Or say ne say.
Na yes.
Ejanum.
Ejanum.
When na mo anye
Man share
mo anse mo manu ma horoba.
Aruba.
Aruba.
Aruba is fancy. The Insight newspaper is what I have. NDC 2024 manifesto targets 10,000 businesses annually under a Juma Rural program. Also, hundreds join Operation Recover All Loot picketing at Finance Ministry. Alan challenges VIP Baumia to come clean on economic management, and two face accusation of duping businesswoman in the name of First Lady, but deny claims. Details are on page 8 of the Insight. And APC picks Reverend Dr. Wolanyo Mensah as running mate. And talking about the smaller parties, if I'm allowed to call them that, the CPP has a flag bearer now,
And she's
a
woman.
female.
Who is that?
I think it's Akwaku Sapom.
Yeah.
What was the name?
Kumankuma.
Tuankuma.
Sapon.
Yeah.
Sapon Kuma Kuma.
Yeah.
She's a CP flag bearer
Flag.
now. Hey, hey, hey.
Disconnect the Bluetooth. Disconnect the Bluetooth. But it's understandable. And not in a pa.
It has paired. This one, the Bluetooth device has paired.
Anyway, let's take.
I'll mind you.
Yeah, let's get some.
I'll
Let's
mind you.
use
Wait.
it.
So
Okay.
let me rephrase. Let me redeem myself.
You do at going to something and end up saying, man, now I do Metro. Okay, you redeem yourself.
Let me redeem myself.
Yeah.
So Janet Nabila
The actually the flag bearer for
is
the,
now
the other PNC.
Not yeah,
The breakaway PSC.
Like PMC, they are
breakaway
reform party.
Yeah, the reform party. The reform party of PNC.
Me, I'm seeing Janet Nabila's story on the Daily Dispatch newspaper.
Okay.
And it says that Janet Nabila, your best friend,
Yeah.
IB.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, IB's best friend is Janet Nabila.
Yeah, she was accusing us of being the nemesis of PNC.
Yeah.
And we offer Bernard Mona platform to come and sit on GH today. And I told her, Bernard Mona doesn't come as a member of the PNC, right? he comes as he doesn't come as a chairman of the PNC. He comes as a former chairman of the PNC. And it's not a slot I've given to the party.
Yeah.
So why would you want to say, yeah, GH1 all the time? You are like that, you can't sit there. I say, okay, no problem. Eventually, we were not the one who sacked them from PNC, right? She's now a flag bearer.
Yes, so it says Janet Nabila cannot be flag bearer of PNP.
Why?
This is what it says, PNP.
There's fight in PNP too.
PNP.
Her own party.
She collected passcode as an independent presidential aspirant. That's according to an EC source.
Oh.
Yes, that's what the Daily Dispatch is reporting.
How can you do this to a woman in her own party?
Dispatch source
it's like telling Kuledu that she can't be the flag bearer
of
NDP.
Yes.
Yeah, so she formed the PNP.
And I went to pick the code as independent PNP.
So maybe she herself decided to go and pick the code as independent candidate.
Yeah. Okay.
Decided to abandon the.
Is the requirement for independent candidate very?
Maybe the PNP is not registered as a political party.
Not yet.
Properly,
and she doesn't want to miss the deadline.
Yes, and she doesn't want to miss it, so maybe she picked it up. Probably.
Wow.
Probably that is what is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Janet Nabila.
Okay.
So the CPP flag bearer, he says who?
Kuma.
I have it.
Something Sapoma.
Yeah.
Let me.
Nana Frimpoma
Kuma.
Yeah.
We spoken to her a couple of times.
She
was
he defeated Nana Yao Frimpong. You know that history.
He
was even here.
Nana Yao Frimpong, the CPP historian.
Yeah, the historian. Yeah. So
he lost.
He's continuing writing.
And reports are he refused to congratulate Frimpong Kuma. We hope that everything is well within the
CPP.
Wow.
Yes, that's one. Two, she was a former general secretary of the party.
I
right?
think so.
Yeah.
She was a former general secretary of the party.
So
I mean, I was hoping for.
This election, we're going to have a lot of women participating.
That's if they're able to file. Hold your horses. Yeah.
Oh, but if they don't file.
Oh, they'll file. They'll file.
No problem.
They'll file.
No problem.
I was hoping that Kwame Jantwa will put his head in the race.
Yeah, he says no.
But he's not interested.
The right time. Council
He's
will
not
do that.
interested. Yeah. I mean, because Kwame Jantwa is the most marketable person in the CPP now. Yeah, if you ask me.
Yeah, because Nkrumah's children, they are on their own. So
No,
Samia
no.
will be on
I
their own.
heard that I saw a certain post on social media that Cheddar is taking Samia as a running mate.
I'm sure somebody
Some-
as his
yeah,
running
I
mate.
think somebody-
Okay, she's on
But I
Saturday.
know that
she's on
she's-
Saturday.
She wants out all those
Yeah,
persons
fine,
tomorrow.
yeah,
with
But I know
Bolari.
she's going
Yeah.
as an independent candidate. She left the CPP a long time
Long
ago.
time ago.
And
She's been
she's
as independent and
contesting
long-
as an
But see,
independent candidate.
once an Nkrumah, always an Nkrumah.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's
every election, you will mention that
Yeah.
you are not part of your father's
party.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
but to be factual, she left a while.
Yeah, before, so we've gotten some detailed education on the Gan states.
Okay.
So there are six Gan states.
Right.
The Gan states, six.
Right.
We have the Gamashi, we have the Osu, we have La, we have Tesi, we have Nungwa, we have Tema. Each state has its own overlord and villages that intertwine within Greater Accra region. So
Okay,
it's like
six of them.
all
Gamashi.
having their paramouncies and
So
subsets.
mention them again.
So there's Gamashi,
Gamashi,
there's
Osu,
there's La, there's Teshi,
Teshi,
there's Nungwa,
Nungwa.
and there's Tema.
So Teshi is separate from Nungwa.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
why are we always saying Teshi Nungwa? Teshi
No, that
Nungwa?
is a myth.
Because they
From
are
one
side
you
by
move
side.
to
Yeah,
the
that one, I need to ask GPR to you.
Okay, so there's Osu
Yeah.
on his own,
Yeah.
and then there's Gamashi too. So which area is the Gamashi? Is it Jamestown and those areas?
Yeah,
That's the Gamashi area, and then there's Osu, which maybe will include the Accra Metropolitan Assembly area and the Osu proper.
Don't assume.
I'm asking.
So
I'm
it's fine.
asking
They've given you the
questions. I mean, I
this
don't
thing. So
know.
we have to, if you really want to explain,
know.
you need to research it.
Okay.
So that you don't misinform.
So
people.
each and every single one of them have their own. Each and every single
Overlord.
one of them
They all
have their own overlord. So we have what? The Gamanche is the Gamashi, and then there's Osu Manche,
There's Teshi.
and there's Teshi Manche, there's Nungwa Manche, and then there's Tema.
But what I find fascinating is not even this. It's about the land ownership. You know, there are parts of my area that if you are buying the land, you go to Tema New Town. There are other areas you have to go to Nungwa. So even though it may not be directly close to Nungwa, all the lands were given or belong to the people of Nungwa. So even land ownership in Greater Accra is quite complicated. Yeah. You get it? Yes. The Nungwa people have lands elsewhere. Same with the La people. So
places.
yeah, you may be at a certain place. They'll tell you, this one you have to go to
Osu people too may have land somewhere which is not necessarily
close to Osu. So
Okay.
there's a lot. The dynamics is different when it comes to Ghana.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's some good education on that this morning. Yeah. So, all right. So, also on the Daily Dispatch newspaper, Baumia reveals plans to reduce cost of living in 2025 as president. So the same story is there. Like I've seen, he should do it now.
Yeah.
He should do it now. The vice president should do it now.
Okay, so there is the story you read about.
Yeah, about some trucks.
Yes, some tracks. Yes, give us that story.
Yeah, so
that story.
that story will find space on page 13. Hey, not page 13. That's where is the story?
Or it was in
No,
the
no,
inside spread.
I think it was in the. I think it was on the
Okay, so
New
I
Proceeding
think-
Guide newspaper.
Yeah. Okay.
Where,
so
where's the story one I read to?
It was in the graphic, but
Ah,
it
Daily
was in the
Graphic.
graphic.
It was in
So
the Daily
the
Graphic.
Ghana
Wait.
Space Authority, with the support from the Ministry of Transport, has secured the release of 6 Ghanaian cargo trucks detained at the Dakola border
Okay, it was on
in
the back
Burkina
page.
Faso.
It was on the back page. Yeah, back page.
So
Was it back page?
just check and see. Is it there?
Hey, no.
Okay.
Yes. So
Uh-huh.
it says that it was on the back page. It says that yes. So you were reading it. The
Yeah.
Ghana Shippers Authority has secured the release of 6 Ghanaian cargo trucks detained at Dakola border in Burkina Faso. The trucks were initially held by Burkinabe Customs for allegedly transporting unwholesome cargo from Ghana into the country in April this year. The detained trucks were part of a fleet of 20 carrying cargo flagged by Burkinabe authorities as unwholesome. Efforts by the Joint Association of Ports Transport Unions Ghana to address the issue proved futile, compelling them to seek GSA's intervention in June 2024. To address the issue, the GSA engaged in a series of meetings with stakeholders at the Dakola border and Tema Port and coordinated with its counterparts in Burkina Faso. The Conseil Burkinabe de you are the French one.
No, I'm
Pronounce
not
it for me.
French.
I don't know.
Just
said-
read it
Let
as
me
it
see,
is.
let me help you. I did French.
Quotation.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
Okay, so
What did he say in the morning?
he said quotation.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? Conseil Burkinabe de. It's the year. So
Yeah,
it's
de.
Me, I want to help you. I don't give you
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
this one.
It's spell it.
Pronounce this word for me.
I can't see. I mean,
Okay, you pronounce it for me.
French,
It's down there. You pronounce it for me.
French man.
So what is it?
Mention it.
You looked at the thing, you mentioned it for me. Anyway, so Conseil Burkinabe de Chageur, is it?
De Chageur, de Chageur.
Chageur, so
De Chageur.
forgive my French. Forgive my French. To facilitate the truck's release, the team from Ghana, led by the Northern Zonal Manager of the GSA, met the Director General of the CBC, Dr. Kasum Traore, and his team on August 20, 2024 to discuss the issue. Dr. Traore explained that under Burkinabe law, any cargo deemed unwholesome could lead to the confiscation of both the cargo and the trucks. He gave the assurance that efforts were progressing and that out-of-court settlements had been agreed upon which the shipper, which would expedite action of the release of the trucks. In an interview with the Daily Graphic in Tamale, the Northern Zonal Manager of the GSA explained that the Burkinabe Customs swiftly processed the trucks for departure, leading to the resumption of their journey to Ouagadougou on August 25, 2024, and returned to Ghana on August 29, 2024. Mr. Atogire commended, that's the GSA boss in Tamale, commended the Burkinabe authorities for their significant efforts in facilitating the release of the trucks.
Well, so I can imagine the trauma the truckers had
Yeah, they
gone
had
through.
to go through the frustration.
Kudos to the Ghana
Shippers
Shippers
Authority.
Authority for swiftly getting this resolved. But there must be that education and awareness creation, right? And so to ensure that this never happens again, it's very important.
Yeah.
It's very crucial and very important.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's get to starfm.com.gh. Let's see the stories that are on starfm.com.gh this morning. And by the way, when you wake up in the morning, that's the portal that you should be visiting, right? To get news. Shippers Authority MOT secure release of 6 Ghanaian cargo trucks in Burkina Faso. Police refute allegations of secret recruitment at Kumasi Police Training School. Why are there always allegations and rumors of a secret police recruitment? Why? I don't get it.
Yeah, because we're going to.
Is it because of fraudsters, or is it because it's actually happening, or and people are trying to keep it under wraps, or what is happening? Are people trying to secretly recruit people into the police service, or what?
Because of the mistrust in the system.
Because there's always an allegation that people are secretly being recruited into the security agencies, but the police has refuted the latest allegations. Also, election 2024, Mpoho Manso and Jasehine endorse Mahama for president. Speak out against tendencies that threaten peace, Professor Opukwajiman to traditional leaders. And NDC polluted Ghana's water more than us. I don't pray. Yeah, we talked about this yesterday.
Yeah,
Very needless comments. You know, you should be talking about dealing with the situation and not who polluted the water more than who. Yeah, so that is it for the... that is it for the starfm.com. .gh. So yeah, you're still tuned into the Morning Star on Star 103.5 FM. We'll take a short break here. When we return, there's still